The Entity. The case of Doris Blythe, which inspired the film The Entity, is a fascinating and controversial story that has captured the interest of paranormal enthusiasts for decades. While the exact details and veracity of the events remain debatable, I'll provide you with an overview of the case, including background information and alleged hauntings, investigations and subsequent discussions surrounding the phenomena. The cat's meowing at me, you'll have to ignore her, sorry. Kitten, let me read this and then I'll see you. Background. Doris Blythe was a woman who lived in Culver City, California during the 1970s. She was a single mother of 4 children and reportedly experienced a tumultuous and troubled life. According to accounts, Blythe struggled with alcoholism and had a history of abusive relationships. She moved into a small rented house on Braddock Drive with her children, hoping for a fresh start. Alleged hauntings. Shortly after moving into a house, Doris Blythe began to report disturbing and inexplicable occurrences. She claimed that she and her children were being terrorized by malevolent entities. By a malevolent entity. Blythe described the entity as a dark, amorphous figure that would materialize and physically assault her. She alleged that the entity would pin her down, scratch her, and I can't say this word because we all have to be children on this website, sexually assault her. Hexually. I said hex. But you know what I mean. The attacks purportedly occurred both day and night, and Blythe's children also claimed to witness strange phenomena, including objects moving on their own and unexplained noises. The family lived in a constant state of fear and distress, feeling helpless against the unseen force. Eyewitness accounts. Doris Blythe's claim of paranormal activity were not confined to her own experiences. Her children also provided chilling testimonies of alleged hauntings. According to reports, Blythe's children recounted witnessing strange occurrences, including objects levitating or moving on their own, unexplained footsteps, and eerie apparitions. One of the most disturbing aspects of the alleged hauntings was the physical assault experienced by Doris Blythe. She claimed that the entity would manifest as a dark, shapeless figure and proceed to attack her, leaving her with scratches and bruises on her body. Blythe's children attested to seeing their mother being thrown or pushed by an unseen force. You can see the cat's tail though, can't you? Sorry. Thrown up by an unseen force, and they often heard her cries of distress during these encounters. Investigations. Doris Blythe's story eventually attracted the attention of paranormal researchers, including Barry Taff and Kerry Gaynor. Intrigued by the reports of the supernatural activity, Taff and Gaynor decided to investigate the house on Braddock Drive. During their visits, Taff and Gaynor claimed to witness unusual... Get off. Can't do it. Just a minute, I lost where I was. During their visit, Taff and Gaynor claimed to witness unusual phenomena, including strange lights and anomalies captured on film. They also reported experiencing intense cold spots and electromagnetic disturbances. However, they were unable to directly observe the alleged entity or provide definitive evidence of its existence. The investigation into Doris Blythe's case became the subject of debate within the paranormal community. Some researchers questioned the credibility of the witnesses. The cat's back now. Skeptics argued that the alleged hauntings could be explained by psychological factors such as suggestibility and stress. Legacy and discussion. Despite the skepticism surrounding the case, Doris Blythe's story has endured as an... Just a minute, get off a minute. You can get on in a minute. It's the cat won't leave me alone. After I'm filming, I'll let her on my knee, I promise. just in case anybody's getting upset about me pushing her off. She'll be all right, don't worry. Legacy and discussion. Despite the scepticism surrounding the case, Doris Blythe's story has endured as a notable example of alleged supernatural phenomena. It has been subject of books, documentaries, and, as mentioned earlier, inspired the 1982 film The Entity, starring Barbara Hershey. Debates continue to rage among believers and skeptics regarding the nature of the events at the house of Braddock Drive. While some view the case as compelling evidence of paranormal activity, others remain unconvinced, attributing the experiences to psychological or environmental factors. Ultimately, the case of Doris remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us to ponder the possibility of forces beyond our understanding and enduring questions of what lies beyond the realm of the known. Right, so that's the main part of the article. I've had ChatGPT write something else for me. I just want to mention as well, I actually was watching, I can't remember the channel's name. If you want me to put it in the comment, in the description, a link to it, I will do, just let me know. Where one of the people that are being interviewed said that the level of background radiation, they took a Geiger counter, and during these events with the paranormal things going on, the background radiation would actually drop off and they couldn't detect it anymore, as if something was actually drawing power from it. And I have heard of like places like Chernobyl and Fukushima and places like that, where obviously there's lots of radiation there because of what happened in those places. There have been sightings of paranormal shadow people and stuff like that. And in Japan, it was like this weird white wispy, I don't know what it was. It kind of moved like, to me, it looked like it moved like maybe like a fox or something like that, or a cat or something like that. But anyway, apparently sightings go up the more background radiation you have. Chernobyl's supposed to have shadow people there. I've never been, but I've heard it said anyway. Anyway, back to this. So I got it to write this because it's just something that I've thought of. I don't know if it's written it correctly or not. If it hasn't, I'll contradict it as I'm going through. So, while Doris Blythe's encounter have been commonly categorised as paranormal or supernatural, some individuals interpret such phenomena through the lens of spiritual beliefs. Well, I don't know how spiritual beliefs and paranormal aren't the same, but all right, whatever, they're the same to me, just from different points of view. From this perspective, the entities described in the accounts of alien abduction, demonic possession, and other supernatural encounters are all manifestations of demonic spirits. In this view, the entities that Doris Blythe claimed to encounter, along with those described in alien abduction narratives, are seen as different manifestations of the same underlying spiritual phenomena. These beings are believed to be demonic in nature, with the ability to present themselves in various forms and guises to deceive and terrorize individuals. According to this interpretation, which is my interpretation, but whatever, I'm not going to go into that now, the experiences reported by Blythe and others are not merely isolated incidents of paranormal activity, but rather manifestations of a spiritual battle between good and evil. But that's still a supernatural event, because demons are supernatural beings, obviously, but whatever, it hasn't written it the way I wanted it to. From this standpoint, the entities described in an alien abduction account are not extraterrestrial beings visiting from other planets, but rather deceptive manifestations of demonic forces seeking to manipulate and control humanity. Proponents of this belief argue that viewing such encounters through a spiritual lens provides a coherent framework for understanding the seemingly desperate phenomena of alien abduction, demonic possession, and other supernatural experiences. By attributing these encounters to demonic spirits, they assert one can better comprehend the underlying spiritual dynamics at play and respond accordingly through prayer, spiritual warfare, and other forms of spiritual intervention. It works. I've said this in videos before. When I used to experience what I thought was alien abduction, it all stopped when I said the name of Jesus. It just stopped. I wasn't even really praying. I just said, Jesus, help me, and it just stopped. It was like somebody switching off a light. Now, you can believe me or don't believe me, but if you're ever in this situation and you want it to stop, that's all you have to do. And then you will believe me because you'll have seen what I meant. Unless you think it's sleep paralysis. People do have sleep paralysis, by the way. I do know that. I'm not saying that 100% of the time you can't explain it with natural, explanations. I'm not saying that. Probably most of the time that's what it is. But there are these other times when it isn't. But anyway, I've said enough about that. While the perspective may not be shared by everyone, it offers an alternative interpretation of the phenomena described by Doris Blythe and others, highlighting the role of spiritual beliefs in shaping our understanding of the known and the unexplained. Okay. You'll have to forgive Kit, and she gets upset. Now, I'm nearly finished. She's sitting over there and she's ignoring me. But she does it a lot, that. She'll start doing something and she comes and she wants all the attention. But now I'm about to finish. She doesn't want to know. Anyway, whatever. She'll be okay. If you're worried about her, don't. She'll be okay. She probably wanted milk, actually, which I'm not supposed to give her. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then, please give it a thumbs up if you think it deserves it. And, if you're not subscribed, then consider subscribing. And if you think it wasn't a good video, then tell me why. I like constructive criticism. I know that it's not... I know I'm not the most professional video maker in the world by a long shot, but, tell me what you think anyway. If it's constructive criticism, I don't mind that. Even if it's not, it's up to you. You can say what you want. I'm not bothered, really, but... if you can give me pointers or ideas, that's always appreciated. But other than that, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye.